In responsibility accounting, I will explain you a few things before I go for the details. Responsibility centers, if you see from an organization point of view, organization is a group of people. They are working for their personal objectives, contributing to the organizational objectives. Whatever efforts you are doing in your business, as a worker in your office, it's going to help the organizational growth as a overall. So organizational objectives should be in line with your personal objectives.
It's a collective objective.
This is collective objective. Your objective and the company objective should be the same. Now, organization has grown very much. And suppose we talk about McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut. They are in so many countries. Daigo. Then, if you take the airlines, they are operating in all over the country, all over the world. So, being a single-handed owner or a board of director, it's not easy job to control the financial and non-financial measurements of the companies. It's a big challenge. So the concepts comes how to control the organization. First, old and traditional concept is the kingdom, or you can say centralization. Sophisticated name of this is centralization. Supposedly your head office in US, whatever is going in the world, it's through the instruction from the central head office. Whatever you want to do, you say to your client, customer, or your employee that let's send this to your head office and let's see what they say. This is centralization.
We can say that the others are branches.
We can say that there is one controlling authority who are dictating or passing the orders to the other offices. Either they are in Europe, they are in South Asia, in South America, wherever they are. This is one centralized unit is controlling all over the other offices. This is one option. Opposite to this option, we can have different we can give independence to each unit, each office. For example, Dubai office, we have given them full authority to solve their problems, whatever policies they can make, whatever they can do. They are responsible for their financial and non-financial behaviors, right? Once in a month or 6 months or once in a year, they will go to the head office, they will explain this is what we are doing good or bad, they are responsible for this. So these are two ways, extreme ways to define the responsibilities in the companies. Some companies fully decentralized, some company fully centralized. And in between there are some companies, some directions they are taking from the head office and some few things they are managing by their own. Mean day-to-day operation they are doing by themselves, and it's some matter which is serious nature, which is strategic in nature and involve the managerial impacts. So they will go for the consultation with the head office. So how we allocate responsibilities in the companies, there are 3 options or multiple options could be there, but the thing is, if you give, it starts from a concept slavery, and before they were slaves, you force them to do your work. Then sophistication and the rights came, you said no, they are human beings, let them do their work, right? Give them independence. So next stage came. What is the next stage? Next stage was that give them directions. And the third stage is empowerment. What is empowerment? Is you give an objective or a task to an employee on lower level, middle level, or even higher level. You give them, this is the objective, this is what we want to achieve. The rest, the team or the individual decide by themselves how to do it. For example, if I say someone that go to McDonald's, bring a meal for me, right? So In empowerment, I will just tell him that I need a meal from McDonald's. Either he go to Karama, he go to Bardwai, he go to Sheikh Zayed Road, this is his option. But he will fulfill the what I actually looking for. The lower stage is the instruction, delegation. Delegation is when you tell him, go to this Karama branch, you take this meal and come back in 30 minutes. This is something, a lower stage of empowerment. Most of the multinational cultures and the learning organizations, they believe in nowadays in empowerment, because every human being has different mind. So instructing someone would not be a recommendable option. You give them, this is what you want. Everyone has his own style to do, and within the parameters they can perform the task, right? So what we make, we divide the organizations into different centers. Suppose production center, in production dyeing center, and if it is a textile mill, you are making clothes. So you have a dyeing department, you have finishing department, you have say maybe a spinning before, and then packing department. So many departments you have. So how to control such a big setup is a question. How for that we go for the centralized, decentralized concepts. We make responsibility centers. I can tell the head of the dyeing department, you see your cost, you see your income. And if you will be managing the profit and losses, you will know. It's like a father is telling to the kids that now you have grown up, so see yourself. I am here for your support, but now it's the right time to think about yourself. Same way, the head of the organization is dividing the departments into different centers. That this is your center, you are responsible for this one. Whatever problem comes, whatever is the cost, how much is the income is coming, this is you have to manage. We have certain options. Sometimes we make cost centers. We say, okay, you have to control your expenses. So this is a cost center, see your expense. Sometimes we say no, profit center. What is profit center? Cost plus you have to take care of your sales, because profit is equal to sales minus expenses, cost you can say. So that is your profit. So if I say you are responsible for profit, then you don't only focus on expenses, you also take in consideration the income. That is sales, income, something like this, right? This is profit center, cost centers. Then sometimes you make investment center. This is I will explain you shortly, but just I am giving you knowledge of this, how practical this lecture is. And you give another concept. This is called transfer pricing. You tell one department that the next, supposingly, if you are a cutting department, you cut something, say leather, you are cutting leather, and giving to the next department. So don't consider this is your next department. Consider that this is your customer, right? No more fun, no more activities, just be specific. You have a center, whatever you are selling to the next department, they are your customer. So be realistic. Charge the price. If they go to the market, whatever price they are getting, you see what is their price and then sell them to the next stage the price. How to set the price? It's a question which we will study in this chapter. There are so many considerations. It's not so easy to price to the next department, because this is also like it's charging your brother for some act that you are doing in your home, right? So, but we have to have a logical reasoning, because we are saying, okay, this is your department, you are responsible for this one, okay? And in the last we will discuss the balance scorecard. This is a scorecard as you saw in cricket matches or other matches. You will see this is performing good in such balls, he has done this such runs. Same way you see the employees, and you see the company, how company is performing. So you identify your CSF. CSF is critical success factors. What are the things which are making your company successful? This is a very major key role of a CMA to identify that if your product is successful in the market, so what is your core expertise into it? This is now, even if you see the latest jobs, high level jobs, you will see they are seeking for a person who is able to identify the CSFs, means critical success factors, and KPIs, key performance indicators. This is what we are going to discuss in this lecture. As I told you before, now it will be easy for us to read it. Responsibility center, the primary distinction between centralized and decentralized organization is a degree of freedom of decisions. Means in centralized, you don't have a freedom. You have, your instructions will come from a central place and you have to follow that instructions. Decentralized, you will take your own decision in accordance with your overall organizational objectives. Then controllability is the extent to which a manager can influence activities and the related revenues, cost or other items.